Excuse me. Was you saying something? You can't tell me nothing. Ha ha! Woo! It's a hydration situation. And here today, spicy one, where the locker room comes to life and those X's and O's meet those I's and U's. Woo! Like the show, subscribe, go to projecttransition.org and help us educate and empower the underserved through exposure experiences. Become a gym member, giver every month. Help us out with these itty bitties. Okay. Excuse me. Was you saying something? You can't tell me nothing. I'm Jerry Jones. Ha ha! Woo! Now y'all know my affinity for Jerry Jones. Love that man because he gave me $5.2 million for doing nothing. In all seriousness, and a $5,000 pen. Jerry Jones has always got my salute in terms of my personal interactions with him. Every time I see him, every time we've connected, it's always been love. That said, there's always been conversation, clouds, rhetoric around Jerry Jones. Sometimes conjecture, sometimes with evidence that maybe Jerry Jones looked at his players as commodities, inhumane. A little from column A, a little from column B, if you know how the game is played, right? There are measurables, right? There are objective standards. Unfortunately, it can look inhumane at times when you talk about the game of football, sometimes sports at large. And sometimes those conversations bleed over to even more than just inhumane, just commodities, but actual races. Never thought I had to do this one, but Jerry, you took us here. So let's talk through this one right now. If you ain't been living, you haven't seen this video. If you have been living, you've seen this video. Now listen to it. Oh my goodness.
Show a little balance right there. Hey, that's pretty good right there. He showed balance.
Jimmy Fox. What's up, Jimmy Fox?
5'9.5", 210.
5'9", 210.
4'1".
Okay.
9 3-inch head. 8.5-inch dick.
Oh! Now let's get back to that again and watch Jerry's talking, and if y'all didn't catch it, listen to what he said.
Okay.
9 3-inch head.
Big hands.
8.5-inch dick.
Now this is when terror hits. He said 8.5-inch stick. Stick, like in relay races. Stick. And watch Jamie's face. Here comes the terror. It's going through your body. It hits your ears. Now it's going to your head. And now it's going to click in. Oh! I can't lie to y'all, dog. I don't know if I should laugh or be appalled by what was said by Jerry Jones, but we're going to talk about it because we're going to get deep with it. We're going to go there. We're going to make this dark as it needs to be. So first thing I always do is check the landscape. I believe in the wisdom of the crowd. I want to see what people are talking about. What's the tone, the tonality, how people are taking this and running with it, because you know us. One thing we can do is run with some words. So I had to check in on the guys, see what Chad, see what Shannon had to say about Jerry Jones. Is he set tripping? Let's go.
What's wrong with Jerry, man? I mean, that's really not the conversation to be having.
No. Why am I having? Hold on. Why am I having that conversation with another man?
Especially in that environment. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with Jerry. I maybe he didn't know Jamie was filming at the time.
Certainly didn't know that.
I ain't having no conversation. Me and no homeboys, my friends, my best friend Bucket, ain't nobody talking about no meat.
Not like, I mean.
Y'all catch that? Me and my homeboys, my best friend Bucky, ain't talking about no meat. And then Chad said, well, not like that. So you already see there's a difference. First of all, I'm here to tell you, dudes do talk about meat around other dudes and don't have to be filet. Whatever you're supposed to say on YouTube. You ain't got to be on the other side to be talking about what you got. I'm going to give y'all some stories on some meat watchers.
I mean, that's a conversation that's really never ever had. That's a conversation that's had amongst women.
When you with your lady,
amongst women.
You know, I'm like, hey, what you want for dinner tonight? She's like, I was thinking about maybe get some pasta. I said, what about some tube steak?
Country.
You know, hey, you know what I'm just saying. I got the tools. They ready to go. It's well done.
Right.
Okay. 9 3/8 hay. 8.5-inch dick.
Hey,
Okay, let's get up out of there. Okay. If we gonna do this, we gonna do this, right? I love it when masculine has to wear masculinity. You ever see that? Like when you got to be over tough just to be tough? Like being ain't enough. Sometimes I catch it with race and other things. I see people saying, oh, you acting like you white. You acting like you black. I'm like, ain't just being it? Being is not enough. Being masculine is not enough. You got to be masculine. I played in the NFL for 10 years. Put me and every single person, Chad, Onk, every single person ever in sports, ever in life, on a lie detector test and gun to your head. We ain't talking about put your hand on the Bible and lie and say, oh, I'm going to pray for my redemption. No. Right here. Lie. Have you ever talked about your meat in front of another dude? That don't mean jack, okay? Stop it. Now, I got stories that could really say a lot more than that, but I think everybody who's being real with themselves knows how that game goes. So then I said, okay, so Jerry, you done stepped in it. It's a little hot water.
Here
I ain't
comes the
mad
rain.
at it. Let's just see what they saying about you, Jerry, as I'm not a producer. Jerry Jones appears to make wild, not safe for work comment about Cowboys players' privates on Jamie Foxx's live stream. Okay, so that sounds like somebody who's a little more friendly with Jerry Jones as they talk through it. And once again, we look through the article. They show you the video again. Once again, I don't see any quotes, so this article is not worth reading. Everything in there is we are 8.5-inch stick. I told you, I don't know if I should laugh or be appalled, but I will take you through it. So then I said, okay, this is going to blow over. Jerry's fine. Ain't nobody tripping on Jerry Jones like that. And then I said, oh, we're going to have to do a hydration situation on this one because look at these. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones accused of plantation talk after humiliating stud running back. So let's run it back. Okay. I think what gives this premise is the fact that people know that the combine is a form set up. It's an agenda set up. It's an aggregation of all these capable physical specimens that could play the sport of football all in one place. What's the RCA Dome in Indianapolis still, right? And I'm going to take you deeper than the normal layers of what that looks like because I actually took advantage of one of the things that Jerry Jones right now is in hot water for. So coming from a small school, I knew that those objective numbers and measurements mattered more for me than it did for other guys. I came out the same year as Orlando Pace. Orlando Pace did 0 at the combine that I saw. 0. Barely even spoke. He was like, I am the #1 overall pick. How y'all doing? Good for him. He earned that leverage, right? Meanwhile, I am trying to climb up the charts, and I'm from lowly Columbia, just trying to make a name for myself, so everything mattered. And there was one test that I don't think a lot of people know about. Matter of fact, it's not even an objective measurement test. It's an eyeball test. And here's the test. They want you to walk into a room, walk on stage, and walk off stage. And that's it. Y'all heard about that part? I'm not even sure if they do it anymore. Certainly has never been televised. But I remember being in that line, and I was in that line with Dexter Coakley, right? Yeah, Dexter was there. A couple other cats. I don't know. And I remember being in that line. And the line, you could walk across the stage any way you wanted to. And you're sitting there and you got on your combine shirt. So your combine shirt got a number on it. It says your position, like DE 75, right? Wiley or whatever. And I remember sitting there. I was like, oh, they in for a show today. It's an eyeball test. So you can walk across that stage how you want. That room is full of scouts, GMs, whatever, whoever is there to analyze the talent and the prospects. As we get closer to that door, and I'm walking towards it, I know that I'm fully dressed right now. Shirt on, shorts on, but I ain't keeping them on. They've already measured our hands, vertical jump, 40, all that stuff, right? You've been through those measurements. This was a measurement of a different type, of a different kind. So it's my turn to go in. Don't remember if they announced you or not, but you know it's your turn. Shirt off. Had on shorts down. All I had on was like a G-string, basically. I don't even know what you call them things. It's what you see them people from Europe be wearing when they go swimming, whatever you call that, right? I remember it was blue and black, like what bodybuilders wear. And I walked on that stage, and all I heard was the reaction to a 6'4" and a quarter-inch, 272-pound defensive end who was rocked up, yoked up. It wasn't pageantry. It wasn't to turn around and do a pirouette. It wasn't to pose and put your ankle up in the air like them girls on Instagram. It was none of that. It was just to show them this is the type of physique, this is the type of body type that you could build on. At least that's what we were told. Want to see your body type. Does he have high calves or low calves? Typically, generally speaking, if you got high calves, you're faster. Got low calves, you're slower. Want to see where that butt lands. These are things that we talk about. So when I see clips of people talking about, we don't talk about meat, we don't talk about. Is your butt high? Your butt high, your butt on your back. Can you grab your wallet like this? Oh, he fast. He got a chance to be fast. Is low, saggy, whatever it may be. Not the biggest, baddest athlete. Come on now. Every time we say body type, that means you've been looking at their body. Now, here's where Jerry Jones takes it to a whole nother level. Because there's no part of that process where I've ever heard, and you know me, I keep it thou out, heard, seen, participated in where the measurement is the stick. So where did Jerry Jones get that from? How did it flow off his tongue like that? And what the hell does it matter? I give it to you like this. See, I'll keep it one thou out here. We had a teammate in Buffalo, and we had a reporter in Buffalo. The reporter in Buffalo's name was The Watcher. Remember when Dr. Dre and them came out with that song? Things just ain't the same for gangsters. The Watcher. We had a reporter, male, that all he used to do is come into the locker room, go right to that corner. I can still see him because my locker room was right here. Bruce Smith's locker was right there. Ted Washington's right there. Space, Thurman Thomas, space, little gap, that reporter. And guess what he was doing? Watching me. Stick. That's all he did. I mean, he did his job, but when he wasn't working, he was working them eyes. To the point we used to sing the song and clown. The Watch. There's some dudes who towel up, cover up, soon as they get to the stool and in the shower, take it off. Soon as they get back, right there. Come on. And there's some dudes just out there. For y'all who ain't been in the NFL locker room, y'all know what it's like at your local gym, especially if you got a sauna, a spa. There's some dudes out there freestyling. They just freestyling. You're like, what? The Watch. Had a teammate. They used to call him No Meat. Why do we call him No Meat? And it's so crazy because everybody who's on that team knows exactly what I'm talking about. And nobody ever going to tell because that's how we roll. Can't do this to this dude. But the running joke was, how you get girls, what you do with girls, you ain't got no meat. Y'all think, I know y'all imagination ran. The thing was his belly was so big, it covered wherever you thought meat could be. No stick. Wonder why everybody loves the locker room. Wonder why this set is a locker room. Because it's the realest place in the world. You can't be BSing in there. It's too many people in there going to test you, going to polygraph your ass. With Jerry Jones and this intel, here's what's disturbing. That Jerry Jones, somehow, some way, and it didn't sound like he was just guessing. It sounded like he knew. And I can't imagine somebody raising their hand to say, here's the measurement for the stick. Even though, close as it may be, I know hundreds, if not thousands of guys who walk that stage so you can optically measure me. Is it racist? I think it falls short of racist because that could have been a white player. Oh, it wasn't a white player. But if they're given the measurement and they're drafting, I think they've drafted some white players. To tell you the truth on this one, Grandma's right. You can't make sense out of nonsense. I don't know how he got that measurement. He may have just been joking out. He may have just been, hey, you know how it gets. When we on the golf course, we done pounded a few. I done hit a birdie. We talking reckless. I hope that ain't a live stream. Hope you just took a video and you can edit later. The real. That player, no meat, big belly, was a baller. No meat. Not 8.5, half. I'm laughing because I never thought that story would ever come to life and ever mean something, be pertinent. I'm laughing because I know that reporter's face right now. I can still see him looking at me, and he ain't looking in my eyes. Now watch. I'm laughing because there are countless stories like this. And that doesn't mean that any of those people are, hey, y'all know what you're supposed to say on YouTube. And it doesn't mean that Jerry Jones is racial because of that as well. But there is a place where all this should make sense. And right now, it makes no sense because I'm sure there's some dudes out there balling that ain't went through this process. So y'all tell me, did y'all think it was racial? Because I know whenever you own a team and you have those players, everyone read the book $40 Million Slave, right? As I'm a guy who got paid $40 million, so that really hit home with me. And I was like, damn. The moment that retired me in my head was when I was watching our owner, Mr. Weaver, in Jacksonville, playing with his grandchildren while I had a stinger and couldn't feel my arm, and he playing with kids and eating a hot dog. And there was something that made me want to be a victim in that moment, despite all the millions of dollars they were paying me everywhere. Something that made me want to say, that's plantation looks. He up there up high, and I'm down here feeling pain on the field. Then I realized that ain't no plantation talk. I signed up for this. I raised my hand for this. I worked my ass off my whole life to get here. That ain't no plantation. They were forced. There was no voluntary in that. So I think it falls short in that capacity. What hurts is we also don't have a majority owner that's black. We may have one minority. So it's going to look off already. I think it falls short of what they're trying to convict him in the court of public opinion of, which is that it is plantation talk, that it is racial. Because I've seen it in a lighter sense, in a lighter heart, in a weirder, different spirit where it wasn't that. So in conclusion, I think we made a lot about something, but I think we made it into something it wasn't. It wasn't that. I could be wrong. So beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Damn, it's kind of weird though. I still don't get where and how and why you know that man's meat. Beat that up in the comments. Let me know what you think. I need to hear some scenarios. I just can't imagine. I've never been in that. Never been in that. But I did walk on that stage with that G-string saying, hey, y'all drafting over here? Shoo. Let me stop. And it's funny because Jamie Foxx there and Wanda, oh, let me stop. All right, have fun with it. Make sure you go to projecttransition.org. Stop always looking into stuff, damn it. You're like, I ain't had to look. Jerry made me look at it. Have a great day. Wow.